And we are live Newsday Tuesday. How you doing, my friend?
I am doing well, Rome. How are you? Let me unzip a little here. It's not 30 degrees, it's 40 today in
Yeah,
April. Oh
right.
my
It's
gosh.
getting nice out.
We cannot, well, it's like Bob Maxon said today on the weather. It can only get better. It was snowing today. I mean,
It
it
was.
happens.
I
It's
didn't see.
good in April, but come on, let's go. It's like the daffodils are barely up. A lot of the stuff is blooming seemingly late. That's what I think. The weather guys are telling me, nah, it's fine. It's just you want spring to come. And that could be it too. But how are you doing, man? I haven't talked to you in forever.
Well, I'm doing good. Been very
Yeah.
tired. Yeah. How you been?
Busy. We're ramping up for ratings now. So that really keeps me on my toes. Then half of our unit is working on a special project about Paige Beckers that airs Thursday at 7 o'clock on NBC Connecticut. It's a half-hour special. It'll be really good. Make sure you watch it. They're working on it right now. If I was doing this live from our pod, you would see six people all like trying to edit and put this thing together. Really important story. I mean, I don't know about you. I wasn't aware that UConn hadn't won the big title in 9 years. You think the women win every year.
Right. That's a long time too.
Yeah, yeah, 9 years. That is quite a long time. Quite a long time.
New
Which leads
history.
me to my big thing. That's who I've been watching this week. Who are you watching, or what team are you watching? Sports team of the week. So what I'm watching, we'll come back to that.
You
Sports team, definitely the UConn women.
you UConn.
hmm
Yeah.
Just UConn as a
Same here.
whole. I mean, yeah, I was watching the men too. Did you watch last night's game between Florida and Houston?
I missed that one. That's the
Yeah,
only one
I
I
fell
missed.
asleep. So, but it was amazing because had the big upset in the semifinal, and then they were way ahead the whole game, and everybody's like, Miami's done, Miami's done. And then this superstar for Miami who didn't score, or excuse me, Florida, not Miami. The superstar for Florida who like hadn't scored any points in the whole game just turned it on, and they won by like 2 points. So
Nice,
should have
right on.
watched it, Rome. So should I. So what team are you watching? Sports team of the week, actually. I'm combining two things there.
Sports on. Gotta go with UConn.
Yeah, you live in
Yeah.
Connecticut, man. It's sort of boring,
Big
but
moment.
it's sort of cool. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm really happy. Uh, we just come off the men winning two. Now the women win one. I'm not greedy. I don't think we'll win one next year. You never know. I mean, you still got Sarah Strong on the team, and still got AZ Fudd. So they're still going to be a tough team. And who knows? Gino's always recruiting somebody who's amazing. Someone you haven't heard of that. I think she's a guard, Chen. She's quite good. I guess they got her from Princeton or something. So they got
Mhm.
players. We'll see. We'll see. And as far as what I'm watching, let's morph into that. And so now it's baseball season. So I'm full in, baby.
Full
How
in.
about
I'm
you?
looking for a new team. I'm looking for a new team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your team?
Cardinals.
Okay. Well, you could keep them and pick an American League team
Okay.
because they're in
Yeah.
the National League. So, like, you pick an American League team, you could see them anytime they come to New York or Boston, unless you pick New York or Boston.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you
I
looking
probably
for?
would go. I probably would go with the Yankees.
Yeah, I mean, the Yankees are fun, predictable. They win a lot, um, and they have an amazing history. Um, but you'll be entertained. I was
Oh
a
yeah.
Yankees fan for a long time. I'm a Braves fan now. They're fun.
Braves.
And there's my suggestion: become a Braves fan. But you know, the tough thing is it's hard to go to games. I mean, I can go to a game when they play the Mets, so and I have. Yankees would be a
I
good team.
always like the Braves.
You know, Braves are good because the reason I love the Braves is because they trade, they sign free agents, and they have guys on the farm club. They do all three. Like the Yankees, they're better now, but when I sort of pulled away, it was more all free agents all the time, and it was like I was rooting for a stock company or something. It felt like I was rooting for General Electric, not a baseball team. But they're different now. I mean, they got some good young guys, like that guy Jason Dominguez. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. And I think they got a few pitchers that came up through the system. So they're all right. I'll
Nice.
check back with you on that. So I'm gonna guess. So your sports team's Uconn like me, but what are you watching on TV?
That's not sports. I've been watching a lot of old movies.
Really? Like
Yeah, like
what?
classic movies. A lot of Jackie Chan movies, Jet Li movies, a lot of old Jim Carrey movies. I love Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah. Watched a couple of like the mob movies.
I love the mob movies. Which ones you watching?
Uh Gotti. I've been watching that one.
I'm not sure. I've seen that one. How is it?
It's good.
Or how was it? Was it a
It's
movie or a
good. It's real
series?
good. Series. And I forget his name. I gotta find out, then I'll text it to you. It's a very big actor. If I send you, you'll know who it is. He plays
Okay.
like Gotti.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I'm assuming you've seen The Sopranos, right?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, yeah, quite good. I grew up in New Jersey, and I grew up around friends whose parents might have been involved with that kind of stuff. So
Hmm.
it's real. It was really well done. Um, I'm trying to think any other mob ones. Obviously, Godfather. Uh, was it Goodfellas?
Oh, that's a
I think
good
is
one.
one. What was the one? Casino. Didn't that have Bobby D in it?
That's a good one.
Casino. Joe
There's one
Pesci was
called
in it.
Narcos.
I haven't seen that. That's a series, right?
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
I watched a lot of it, but I didn't finish it. It was real good.
That's what I've heard. People tell me it's really good. So that might be one I
Yeah.
got to check out.
Yeah.
Here's my problem, though. Mrs. Besthoff does not like mob movies. So I got to watch them by
Same
myself.
here. Same here.
I get it. So, all right. Well, you and I maybe we'll go watch a mob movie or something. Well, maybe one of these times, if I watch a mob movie, I will say that's what I'm watching, and we can do the review.
Yeah.
Something like that. Um, you got one more on here. Food dish of the week. What's yours?
A nice homemade cheeseburger with a salad
I've
on the
been having
side.
a honking, a hankering for a cheeseburger or something. So what's on it?
Mayonnaise, ketchup, lettuce, red onion, and a little bit of sweet and tangy Tabasco sauce.
Hmm, that's a righteous burger. That's pretty much where I'd go with it. Probably go easy on the mayo, but I would put mayo. A lot of folks can't stand it, but I like a little. I'll go light mayo.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a Philly cheesesteak. I'm from New Jersey originally, so you can't take that out of me.
Those.
That or Bruce Springsteen. And so, I love myself a Philly cheese. And so I got a big foot long one at Subway the other day, which admittedly any New Jerseyite or really a Pennsylvanian, a Philadelphian will tell you that that's sacrilege. It's got to be either Pat's, Jim's, or Geno's, which are the big uh, cheesesteak places in Philadelphia. But if you can't get to Philly, it's not bad. You can put all your own stuff on. So I probably should do
Those
the
are
news
good.
because, I was telling you I'm working so hard. I got to get back to doing some rating stories here. So we do have news, Ron. We have hot
All right.
news. Unfortunately, well, depending how you look on this one, I know some folks are upset about this one. The man who crashed into a police cruiser in 2023, killing Hartford police detective Bobby Garton, pled guilty to manslaughter and other charges. 20-year-old Richard Barrington was fleeing other police officers during a traffic stop when he struck Garton's cruiser. Garton was not involved in anything with Barrington until that point. According to Garton's family, the state's attorney is recommending a 20-year sentence, but they say they don't agree with that decision. They think, he killed a police officer and it should be more. We'll see what Judge Gold, that's the judge in this case, ends up coming down with. A funeral owner from Coventry is facing charges for allegedly stealing money from clients to gamble, according to an arrest warrant. 51-year-old Philip Pietras allegedly took thousands of dollars from at least 8 clients over several
Wow.
years. I know. During an interview, Pietras told detectives he isn't trying to fraud anybody or anything like that. I went through the warrant a little bit, and he said he's going to try to clear this up, but it appears police feel that there was enough to charge him here. So another one like the other case I just told you, we're going to have to see how this whole thing works through the court system to see where things end up. And some business news, not that there's not enough of that these days, but I got fresh news, not what you've been hearing. 7 Walgreens stores in Connecticut are slated to close now. This is over the next 2 months. It's on the company's website. I'm going to give you some of these locations. I'll give you all of them. Milford, Waterbury, Middletown, New Britain, East Hartford, New Milford, and East Haven. The company did explain why it's doing this, or at least their reason. They said increased regulatory and reimbursement pressures are weighing on our ability to cover the costs associated with rent, staffing, and supply needs. What I read in one article, though, Rome, was that I guess they're about to go private. They're being bought by somebody. So I don't want to say this definitively, but normally what we see in a lot of cases where a company gets bought by another is they get their bottom line pretty tight before the sale happens. Of course, the sale has happened here, but maybe this was part of what they did trying to get ready for the sale. Because I know there was some intimation in the article that some of these closings were on the way for quite a while now. But I don't know about you. And this is just me talking, but doesn't seem like there are pharmacies everywhere?
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I feel, and I mean,
Every corner.
well, actually, I want to rephrase that. No, there aren't pharmacies everywhere. What we're seeing is they're either jammed into areas where I guess they think they can make money, or there are what are called pharmacy deserts, where, and it's usually in poorer sections of our state for, I guess the reasons you would surmise. There's no drugstores. And so those folks got to take a bus, or they got to get a lift, or they got to drive 15 minutes just to get their meds. So that's going to be an interesting one to see how that develops. But hopefully there are enough stores close to folks that they can get what they need. But we're going to keep an eye on that one. And now swinging back to happy things, keep an eye on NBC Connecticut the next few days. Again, it is Thursday at 7 o'clock. We've got this special. It's called The Path of Paige Beckers. And as you know, she was with Uconn, but she had sort of an up and down career in terms of her injuries. She's an amazing player, but she didn't get her first championship until this year. And so literally, this special is being edited in real time, Rome. I mean, they're down there. If I turned this phone around and showed you, they're down in the Bay right now, still working on this. So like when you see it Thursday, it is going to be as fresh gets. And it's going to be a lot of exclusive content, a lot of original content. We got some amazing photographers, so it's just beautifully shot. I really recommend that your listeners give that, give it a listen or give it a watch on NBC Connect. And I'll wrap up with what we started with, the weather. Spring's almost here. That's what I wrote on this script the last time I was on a month ago. And dude, it's no better. What the heck?
It's colder.
When I came in here, I was like this. Look.
It's freezing.
But next Tuesday, it's going to be 68. And I will tell you, I'm going to be off.
Nice.
So I'll see you the next Tuesday. Because
Okay.
Mrs. Besthoff is off from school, so she wants me to spend some time with her. I should.
Gotta do that. Yeah, you have to do
Yeah.
that.
I'll tell her you said hi.
All right. Same.
All right, man. I'm going to get back to the news chase. Good to talk with you. Glad you're well. I guess I'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you. Enjoy.
All right. Take care, Rome.
Ireland, my friend.